Jimmy Kimmel was back on ABC doing his show after suspension. He delivered a monologue, which has been much discussed, and Kimmel was completely unrepentant for lying about the assassin of Charlie Kirk. He apparently doesn't care about telling the truth. Let's take a look.
I heard from late night hosts in other countries, from Ireland and from Germany. The guy in Germany offered me a job. Can you imagine? This country has become so authoritarian. The Germans are like, come here.
Totally misleading. Germany is a left-wing country now, at least their media is. So the fact that Germany invites you over means just another shitlib Western European country wants to perpetuate the leftist bias of the media.
My boyhood idols, Howard Stern and David Letterman, were very considerate.
Yeah, more the same. David Letterman, Howard Stern. More liberal hypocrites that want to perpetuate the status quo. We wanted you to get fired.
Who supported our show, cared enough to do something about it, to make your voices heard so that mine could be heard. I will never forget it. Maybe most of all, I want to thank the people who don't support my show and what I believe, but support my right to share those beliefs anyway. Like Ben Shapiro, Clay Travis, Candace Owens, Mitch McConnell, Rand Paul, even my old pal Ted Cruz, who, believe it or not, said something very beautiful on my behalf.
I hate what Jimmy Kimmel said.
Not surprising that Ted Cruz and Rand Paul are going to contradict President Trump and try to speak out in favor of Kimmel staying on ABC. They always go by conservative principles, especially when it's in a way that sabotages the Trump movement. So definitely not impressed by that. A few very misguided conservatives want to stick to their free market principles, even when they themselves would be canceled and Jimmy Kimmel would laugh about it, as he has, by the way. Jimmy Kimmel has indulged and celebrated cancel culture when it affects conservatives. So conservatives sticking up for him are looking pretty dumb right now.
I've been hearing a lot about what I need to say and do tonight, and the truth is, I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't.
True, I really don't like you.
Illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
Okay, some show of emotion there. I'm not going to hate on Kimmel for that. It's just basic decency. That's kind of what we want. Actually, that's all that we were asking for. The problem is when Kimmel mischaracterized the person that assassinated Charlie Kirk as being MAGA, because that would be convenient to the Democrat Party narrative, which is that violence is a right-wing extremism problem. And by the way, he never addresses that in the whole monologue.
Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbing.
You did. You blamed MAGA. So all you have to do is literally read just one article about what happened, and you will be well informed that Tyler Robinson was a left-wing extremist. He wrote, "Catch this fascist" on one of the bullets, and he lived with a transgender woman. So yeah, he was not too MAGA, okay?
That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way.
So that is the non-apology. For those who think I did do something bad, I'm sorry. Doesn't that kind of imply that the people that think that are misinterpreting what he said, or it's a failure on their part? So it's not an apology, but apparently he didn't need to apologize. As we all know now, there's really no consequence for what Jimmy Kimmel said. ABC put him back on the air. The affiliates caved in also after a couple weeks. And let's not forget, as Ann Coulter said, it was not a joke, it was a lie. Jimmy Kimmel lied to service his own political narrative, and it was just a craven thing to do. But he's quite shameless, and just to be super specific, the lie was that Tyler Robinson, the assassin of Charlie Kirk, was MAGA, which all evidence is to the contrary. Jimmy Kimmel does not care. He does not care to correct his mistake. Jimmy Kimmel will be on the air on ABC. I hate it, but But not surprised. I mean, take a look at who controls the entertainment industry. At least I control my channel, Michael M. Vlog, and I hope you'll follow me right here on YouTube.